The crypto market flashed red once again after the Federal Reserve, now under its new chairman, decided to keep interest rates unchanged. Why does one billionaire believe it's better to invest in Bitcoin than in real estate? Which altcoin could see a major rally in the coming weeks? And what does Oscar winner Matt Damon have to do with Ripple? Stick with us until the end of the video to find out the answers to all these questions. And of course, we'd be incredibly grateful if you hit the like button, drop a comment and subscribe to the channel with the notification bell on. Last night, the highly anticipated Federal Reserve meeting took place and the central bank decided not to touch interest rates, keeping them in the 3.5–3.75% range. This was expected and shouldn't surprise anyone, but the more interesting part is that this was the first meeting with Kevin Warsh as the new Fed chairman. Months ago, he was personally nominated by Donald Trump and he has previously expressed support for technological innovation, including cryptocurrencies. Many expected him to be more inclined towards rate cuts compared to former chairman Jerome Powell. However, during the post-meeting press conference, Warsh emphasized the delicate state of the US economy and emphasized the need for price stability, which must be achieved before any discussion of lowering rates can begin. It also became clear that 9 out of the 18 Fed members believe interest rates should be raised at least once more before the end of the year, something that would not be good news for the crypto market. Naturally, Warsh's cautious tone triggered another price correction for Bitcoin and altcoins. The leading cryptocurrency briefly dipped below $64,000, Ethereum slid to $1,700, and WorldCoin, Zcash, Sui, Monero and many others recorded declines of around 7–8% in the last 24 hours. Liquidations reached roughly $500 million during that period, with long positions dominating. A total of 116,000 traders were wiped out, and the largest single liquidation occurred on Hyperliquid, a Bitcoin USD position worth $4.3 million. Moving on to a topic that always sparks heated debate among investors. Was the better investment, Bitcoin or real estate? Everyone probably has their own arguments, but let's look at what Ricardo Salinas Pliego, a well-known billionaire and the third richest man in Mexico, had to say. He stated firmly that Bitcoin is a better investment than real estate and gave several very specific reasons why. According to him, real estate is cumbersome, expensive to maintain and heavily regulated, incurring ongoing expenses such as taxes, repairs and legal fees, while Bitcoin carries none of these burdens. With real estate, you always depend on the state. With Bitcoin, you depend only on yourself, the billionaire said. Another key argument is liquidity. Salinas noted that selling a property can take months, while Bitcoin can be sold in seconds anywhere in the world without intermediaries. This, he says, makes the cryptocurrency a far more flexible tool in an unstable economic environment. He also warned that governments worldwide continue to print money and devalue national currencies, making Bitcoin, with its fixed supply of 21 million coins, a natural hedge against inflation. He even claimed that every rational investor should hold at least some BTC to protect themselves from what he calls financial repression. Of course, it's important to mention that the Mexican billionaire is a massive Bitcoin supporter. Around 70% of his personal portfolio is in BTC, so he may not be entirely objective. Let us know in the comments which you think is a better investment and why, Bitcoin or real estate. Now let's move to another interesting story. A crypto trader known online as Hype Hunter closed a massive position in the Hype token, securing an impressive $2.83 million profit. This happened just days after the token surged but began showing signs of exhaustion and slowing momentum. The trader said his decision to exit was driven by a combination of technical signals and overall market uncertainty following the latest Fed news. What's even more interesting is what he did next. Instead of parking the capital in stablecoins or waiting for clearer direction, Hype Hunter immediately rotated the funds into UNI, the token of UNISWAP. Why? According to him, UNI is at the beginning of a potentially larger upward cycle, supported by growing interest in decentralized exchanges and expectations for new features in the UNISWAP ecosystem. He emphasized that although the market is unstable, UNI shows structural strength and a better risk-reward ratio in the short term. Of course, this is his personal opinion, not investment advice. The move sparked some serious discussion in the crypto community. Does the trader see something others are missing? And finally, something fun that blends the crypto industry with Hollywood. Superstar Matt Damon, an Oscar winner and one of the most recognizable actors in the world, is expected to be a special guest at this year's Ripple Swell, Ripple's biggest annual event, which will take place in New York at the end of October. The news caused a storm on social media because Damon rarely appears at tech-focused events. But his connection to the crypto sector isn't new. Years ago, the actor, who we'll soon see portraying Odysseus, starred in the Fortune Favors the Brave campaign, which became iconic in the industry. Although the ad was for another platform, it put Damon at the center of crypto conversations and made him one of the faces of digital assets. Ripple clearly sees value in this, and not just for marketing. According to the organizers, Damon will speak about the future of the film industry, digital payments, and the role of blockchain in global finance. Ripple has long aimed to position its technology as a bridge between traditional banks and modern digital systems, and having a Hollywood icon like Damon on stage only reinforces the message that crypto is now part of the mainstream. Fans are eager to hear the actor's personal impressions of entering the world of digital assets, a topic that always draws attention. That's all for today, friends. Have a great and successful Thursday, and see you tomorrow.